everybody, how's it going? Crypto Rick here, and today I wanted to make a little bit of a different video for everybody out there. I wanted to talk a little bit about the world, right? The environment that we're in right now, and a couple things that I'm doing to try to put a little certainty into this uncertain world, an uncertain future that we have right now. So I just want to take a few minutes and talk about a couple different strategies that I use to not just earn income with things like trading, but also to protect my future with things like investing. And I think it's important that we have open dialogue with each other as well as ourselves as to what our goals are when we're buying or quote unquote investing in cryptocurrency. What I see so often is somebody that considers themselves an investor in cryptocurrency, yet they're buying and selling and trying to catch the dip and then trying to sell that at what they think is the new peak. And that's there's a place for that, but that's not what I consider personally as an investment. What I'm looking for is long-term growth in my investment side of my portfolio. So I separate a lot of my mindset as well as my cryptocurrency into two categories. Is it going to work for me, or is it going to go to sleep and I'll come check on it in 5-10 years down the line? So it's important for you to understand that there is a large difference there. Both are very successful if done properly, especially holding. Can't really mess that up except by not holding anymore and selling, catching a news article and fear selling or anything like that. So we also like to earn, right? We want to make our money work for us. We want to earn more money. So what we can do is trade. So I've brought you some trading platforms. My favorite currently that I've been watching is BitYard. So I'll show you a little bit of trading on there as well. But before we get into the trading aspect of things, I really just wanted to compare a couple things. Everybody knows gold as the store of value, right? Everybody understands that that's a solid investment pretty much year in, year out. It's a very finite resource that continues to have a demand out in there in the market. So if you pick a year, pick any year, we can go ahead and take a look at the last 10 years or so on the gold charts and see how much we would have made if we would have invested $10,000 at that point versus what the current price is today. And gold is pretty much at an all-time high right now. So this is a good scenario for gold. So, we can pick, let's pick something low on here. Let's pick 2015. So if 5 years ago you invested in gold, the average price was $1,158. So say we did $10,000 divided by 1158, you would have had about 8.63 ounces of gold. At today's rate of about 2,000, we'll round, about $17,271. So that's a pretty solid profit, right? 5 years, that's a 72% profit. Not a bad investment at all. If you take a look at the history of Bitcoin, it starts to get really interesting, and there's a continued trend here. If you're taking a look at Bitcoin in 2015, we'll just take the highest point, really, it was $504, right? So if you would have invested $10,000 into Bitcoin at $504, you'd have about 19.8 Bitcoin, which today is around, 10,500, which is cheap for the week, but we'll say that, right, about $208,000. So no comparison, right? One was a smart investment, one was probably safer, right? Gold definitely safer, especially in 2015. But if you look at the longevity of Bitcoin and what it's been able to do, there's only been a few instances that you could have bought Bitcoin and not been in the positive right now. People always talk about the crash of 2017. It's a huge thing, right? The reality is, it was about a 2-week span from December 15th to the end of the year where it was 16, 17, 18, 19, and getting towards that $20,000. It didn't stay there long. It was a very small glimpse of time. It was a blink of an eye in the time of Bitcoin. Any other time that you purchased Bitcoin, you would be up at least 3, 4 times your investment. If you're purchasing it now, right, currently, the opportunity is still absolutely huge because of the potential growth. Now, one of the things that people talk to when it comes to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in general as to why it's not a safe or secure store of value is the volatility. While I agree with that, yes, it does go up and down more than most other things. Not only does that give you the higher reward potential, but if you look at the history, there are some downs, but guess what? There were some down years on gold as well, right? Everybody knows gold is a smart investment. There were down years on gold as well. But the trend continues for both gold and Bitcoin that the trend is up. The prices are continuing to climb. There will be dips, there'll be economic booms and things like that out of our control, but it will always correct back. The market always corrects back to where it's headed. And gold and Bitcoin are both moving up at a very consistent rate. Bitcoin moves up a whole lot faster. You will see a whole lot larger dips as well. Now, the beauty of the dips and the volatility is that's where it gives us the ability to earn actively, to trade, to make our money work for us instead of just sitting and sleeping. I got my Bitcoin sleeping, right? I have a lot of Bitcoin set aside. It's sleeping for the next 5-10 years. I'm not worried about it, okay? Now, the reality is I also want to make more in the meantime, right? We all need income. We all want to make a little additional income than what we're currently making. So I look for opportunities in the market to trade. So I can come to BitYard, BitYard.com, I'll throw the link below, and do the trading if I'd like to. I can come over here and trade on leverage. And why that's so important is it takes less capital to get more gain when you're trading on leverage. More loss as well, so please be careful. Understand how to trade before you start going crazy, right? Use the demo account, of course. But the beauty of trading with leverage is exactly that. You're leveraging your account. You're able to trade in a much larger capacity than you would on a regular, oh, I'm just going to buy a Bitcoin and sell a Bitcoin. If it goes up 200 bucks, I'll make 200 bucks capacity. This, you could, buy some Bitcoin. If it goes up 200 bucks, you can make $2,000, right? Without having to come out of pocket for the price of 10 Bitcoin. And that's a huge difference and a huge advantage that you have when you're trading with leverage. Okay. But again, risk, reward, they always balance each other out. So make sure you're making smart decisions. Never gamble. This shouldn't be treated like the casino. This casino funds too. But when you're trying to trade and you're trying to grow your portfolio, it's not about gambling. So that's very, very important to understand as well. So I really wanted to show just a couple of different things. Like right now, the current price, Bitcoin, 10,008. I am in a long here. I think that this is a nice little area to purchase a long. So I'll be looking for a take profit here, 11.1, and I'll take my money and I will get out and run, right? That's what I do on my trading side of the house. But don't forget, I'm still holding my Bitcoin for the long-term growth. I don't care what Bitcoin does, if it goes up or down on the short term, because I can make money either way on the trading, knowing that over time the price is set to continue rising. I don't care if this month it's lower than it was last month, or next month it's higher than it was this month, or any of that price action. That's cool. I get to trade on that. That's fun. I get to earn some income by trading that. But it doesn't really impact my mentality when it comes to my long-term holding. The Bitcoin that's tucked away sleeping. It's important to separate those two things in your mind. It's important to understand that there's two very different strategies involved when you're looking at trading versus looking at holding, right? So understanding that is very, very important. So I wanted to make sure we put some time into this. We took some time and had this conversation because I think it's very, very important to say, you know what? I understand that I'm going to put some Bitcoin away and hold it. I'm going to come over to BitYard.com and trade it and earn. And don't forget to do your daily mining when you're over here to help you with your trading fees. Anybody that has been looking at stock market stuff, come on over here and trade the derivatives. By the way, If you are a gold guy, you can come over here and trade some gold on leverage as well, up to 200 times leverage for gold. So it's a very, very amazing platform. You can trade everything you want to trade. You can earn the income you want to earn while tucking away some on the side here for your future self. Your future self will thank you. If you take half your Bitcoin and make it work for you, take half your Bitcoin and put it away for a rainy day. Rainy day, you will be very happy you did. I appreciate your time. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and just kind of address the elephant in the room. It's an uncertain world right now. So I'm trying to help myself, my family, and anybody else I can bring a little certainty to your life. So hope it helped. Thank you all very much for your time. And until next time, everybody, happy crypto hunting.